Here are today's top stories. The Department of Social Welfare and Development in Bicol prepares 184 million pesos worth of relief goods as Typhoon Tino threatens most of the country. A magnitude 5.5 earthquake hits Negros Occidental and nearby areas on Monday morning. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. brings home developments in trade, technology, and defense from the 32nd APEC Economic Leaders Meeting in South Korea. The Philippines and Canada formally signed the Status of Visiting Forces Agreement to strengthen defense cooperation. This is the Pna Headlines. I am William Theo. We start with response efforts as Tino, the country's 20th cyclone this year, threatens to plow through the Visayas and Mindanao as well as in parts of southern Luzon. The Department of Social Welfare and Development says it is ready for the onslaught of the typhoon with over 184 million pesos worth of aid prepared for distribution. DSWD Bicol has prepared over 212,000 family food packs, over 20,000 non-food items, and 3 million pesos in standby funds to address immediate emergency needs. In an earlier statement, DSWD Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao said the main office has placed all field offices on full alert as Tino approaches the country. Dumlao said they are now using a dual supply chain system to pre-position relief goods from government and private sources. She said the DSWD is also ready to deploy its mobile command center, mobile kitchen, water trucks, and water treatment units to support evacuees. Meanwhile, as of 11 a.m., Typhoon Tino was last spotted 285 kilometers southeast of Giwan, eastern Samar, packing maximum sustained winds of 120 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 150 kilometers per hour. Tino is moving west-southwestward at 25 kilometers per hour. It will move generally westward and may make its initial landfall over the southern portion of eastern Samar, Leyte, southern Leyte, or Dinagat Islands by tonight or tomorrow early morning. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa says heavy rainfall is expected over parts of southern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, particularly eastern Samar, southern Leyte, and Dinagat Islands. It also warns of rough coastal waters as well as heavy rainfall. Severe winds and storm surges may also be experienced in localities outside the forecast areas. The surge of the northeast monsoon will also bring strong to gale force gusts over Cagayan Valley, Cordillera Administrative Region, Ilocos Norte, Aurora, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Bataan, Metro Manila and Calabarzon, Mimaropa, and Bicol Region. In other concerns, a magnitude 5.5 earthquake hit Negros Occidental and nearby areas early Monday morning. In an updated advisory, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLC, said the tectonic earthquake struck at 3:06 a.m. with its epicenter located 16 kilometers east of Candoni, Negros Occidental, and a depth of 89 kilometers. PHIVOLC said the earthquake was felt at intensity 4 in Candoni and the cities of Dumaguete and Sibulan in Negros Oriental. The quake was also recorded via instrumental intensities in Jordan, Nueva Valencia, and San Lorenzo in Guimaras, the cities of Bago, La Carlota, and Sipalay in Negros Occidental, Malinaw, Aklan, Culasi, San Jose, Sebaste, Valderrama, and Aninii in Antique, Argao, Asturias, and Talisay City in Cebu Province, Cebu City, the city of Dipolog, Liloy, Sindangan, and Siocon in Zamboanga del Norte, Dumingag, Zamboanga del Sur, Hamindan, Rojas City, and Tapas in Capiz, Bacolod City, and Talibon, Bohol. PHIVOLC said damage is not expected, but aftershocks may occur. Residents in the affected areas are advised to be alert and stay tuned for updates from authorities. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has brought home to the Philippines deeper ties with South Korea in trade, innovation, and defense following the 32nd Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation or APEC Economic Leaders Meeting. The chief executive returned to Manila on Sunday afternoon from what he called a fruitful participation in the APEC meeting held in Gyeongju and Busan. In his arrival statement, Marcos said he pushed for deeper economic, technological, and defense cooperation during the summit. Marcos advanced the Philippines' interests, including narrowing the digital divide for micro, small, and medium enterprises, promoting digital literacy, strengthening supply chain resilience, and improving infrastructure connectivity. Meanwhile, Marcos met with South Korean President Lee Jae-myung and Chilean President Gabriel Boric on the sidelines of the APEC meetings. The president discussed potential partnerships with Korean conglomerates in advanced manufacturing, cleaner energy, and defense industries. These include Hanwha Ocean, which plans to support the Philippine Navy's submarine program. Marcos also met with the Filipino community in Busan and urged them to stay united and help build a stronger, more resilient Philippines. First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos joined a cultural tour for spouses of APEC leaders hosted by South Korean First Lady Kim Hae-kyung. Araneta Marcos shared on Saturday via Instagram several photos from her visit to the Bulguksa Temple and Wuyang Art Museum. APEC leader spouses toured Gyeongju, a coastal city in North Gyeongsang, to experience South Korea's rich cultural heritage. The tour was part of the spouse program held on the sidelines of the APEC meetings. Earlier on Friday night, President Marcos Jr. attended the APEC Gala dinner hosted by Korean President Lee Jae-myung in Gyeongju, featuring dishes prepared by celebrity chef Edward Lee and inspired by Korea's ancient Silla Kingdom cuisine. The Philippines and Canada on Sunday formally signed the Status of Visiting Forces Agreement, or SOVFA, marking a milestone in a 75-year partnership in enhancing defense cooperation. Canadian Defense Minister David McGuinty says in a declaration in commitment of both countries to deepen defense relationships and build on productive and beneficial partnerships. He said the SOVFA reflects a deeper truth that peace is built on rules, not recklessness, and that stability grows from cooperation, not confrontation. The SOVFA is the first agreement of Canada with a country in the Indo-Pacific region. Meanwhile, Philippine Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. described the agreement as a projection of trust and confidence that will allow both nations' armed forces to work together to preserve peace, deter instability, and ensure a secure future for generations to come. Aside from Canada, the Philippines has SOVFAs with the United States, Australia, Japan, and New Zealand, while discussions are underway with France. In our business news, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is ramping up his industrial and energy modernization push, securing high-tech and clean energy projects from top South Korean conglomerates on the sidelines of the 2025 APEC Summit. During a top-level meeting with Samsung Electromechanics Company Limited on Saturday, Marcos witnessed the signing of a supplemental agreement between the Philippine Economic Zone Authority and Samsung Electromechanics Philippines Corporation. The deal paves the way for a 50.7 billion peso expansion of Samsung's manufacturing operations in Calamba, Laguna. It is expected to generate more than 3,000 high-technology jobs for Filipino engineers and technicians. Marcos also met with executives of DL Group, partnering with Meralco to explore small modular reactor projects in the Philippines. It includes compact nuclear plants designed to safely produce clean, stable energy using less land and shorter construction timelines than conventional facilities. Meanwhile, the Department of Agrarian Reform turned over more than 1.3 million pesos worth of farm machinery and equipment to FME to the Makabayaw Farmers Association Incorporated, or MAFAI, in Jimenez, Misamis Occidental. The climate-resilient farm production Productivity Support Project, major crop-based block farm productivity enhancement program, led the distribution of FME, which aims to boost rice production and build resilience among local farmers through essential farming and post-harvest machinery. The FME package includes a 124-horsepower mobile rice mill, 2 weighing scales, 2 sack sewing machines, and 10 knapsack sprayers. These tools are expected to cut production costs and improve milling efficiency. DAR officials said the government continues to empower farmers not only through land distribution, but also by providing equipment that supports long-term agricultural productivity and sustainability. Meanwhile, MAFAI President Leticia Cocolan thanked DAR in providing machinery that will enable farmers to process their own harvest and earn higher income from their produce. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the PNA headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. Stay with us for more news updates. It is 52 days to go before Christmas. I am William Theo. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.